11 o'clock, you got Miami traveling to number 17 Pitt. Pitt favored by 9 points on the ACC network. This likely would be a larger spread if Miami didn't beat NC State last week, right? That was a huge win for Miami coming off 2 heartbreaking losses to Virginia and UNC in a row. Then you end up getting a great 1-point win against NC State, an NC State team that was playing phenomenally well up until that point. And you were able to beat them. Sure, you're at home. This is going to be your first test on the road, by the way. You have not won a tough game on the road yet. So, huge test here for for Miami, and honestly, a pretty significant test for Pitt. Now, Pitt has passed all the challenges so far. When they played Virginia Tech earlier in the season, they beat Clemson last week. Again, those were the tests so far. Miami's a different test. Miami has, sure, lost about 4 football games at this point. But they've played close in 2 of those. And honestly, this is a Miami team that's a little bit dangerous since Tyler Van Dyke has started over at quarterback. He's gone 25 of 33, threw for 323 yards last week and 4 touchdowns, 0 receptions. Jalen Knighton had 21 carries for 93 yards. Charleston Rambo ended up having 9 catches for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. But then you have the Pitt team, and you have Kenny Pickett, who's honestly playing he's playing as great as quarterback. I don't know a better quarterback in the NCAA playing right now, right? I mean, I think you can make an argument that Matt Corral's playing at the same level. I think you can make an argument that Sam Hartman's playing at an equal level. But regardless, Kenny Pickett has he's been insanely underrated in this Heisman hype. He's been playing phenomenally well. 25 of 39, threw for 302 yards last week and 2 touchdowns and 0 picks. By the way, that was against the Clemson defense that was playing extremely well up until that point. Rodney Hammond Jr. had 11 carries for 66 yards on the ground, and Jordan Addison, easily their best playmaker, 5 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Miami, although, has kind of dominated Pitt. They're 28-11 all time against Pitt. 3-game win streak for Miami. Won 5 of the last 6 games. It's just kind of like, it's been Miami. Miami has just kind of owned Pitt. This is a different Pitt team. Honestly, I do think that Kenny Pickett is playing at a phenomenally high level, and the fact is he's going to have to play at a phenomenally high level if he wants Pitt to win football games. The defense is a much different defense than we've watched in years past, and this is a Pitt team that honestly shouldn't have that difficult of a... It's not that far of a stretch of imagination to imagine them going to the ACC championship game with only 1 loss, right? They don't have an insanely tough schedule down the stretch. And you're playing... this is a Pitt team... I don't know if you're a Pitt fan, it's too unrealistic to think possible playoffs for this team, right? The Panthers have been playing phenomenally well. You are going to likely be a 1-loss team in the ACC championship game. If you are able to upset an undefeated Wake Forest, I don't know how you don't get in, right? I don't know how logically you don't put in a 1-loss Pitt team. I guess you could get there. I think you could get there by saying that Georgia deserves to be in if they win against Alabama, right? I think you can get there if Ohio State win, or anyone from the Big... I think there's going to be a Big Ten team and an SEC team. The best chance for the ACC is there's only 1 team from each. Big 12, if they don't crumble down the stretch, and I guess you could say that Oregon deserves it over. I just don't know, though. You got Pitt. Pitt's been playing so phenomenally well. I think the real thing that's going to hurt them if they end up being like that, there's 5 playoff contenders in all 5 conferences. I think the thing that hurts them is the fact that if you look at everyone's losses, Oregon's loss would be to a Power 5 team in Stanford. You look at, if Ohio State wins it, it would be a loss to Oregon, or, if it's Iowa, even a loss to Purdue even. The fact is, Pitt has the worst loss of all of them, losing to Western Michigan, right? So that's going to really hurt them down the stretch, but honestly, I don't think playoff hopes for this Panthers team is too high of expectations for this team. Just got to get through the Coastal undefeated. I think Miami's going to just kind of roll over after last week's amazing win against NC State. Give me Pitt to win and dominate here. Cover that 9-point spread.